Holidays are fast approaching, but here's a welcome trend in the travel industry. It's going on right now. It's a return to normalcy after so many years of uncertainty during the pandemic. Take, for example, the popular hotel chain Hilton, which over the summer says it saw more people in hotel rooms than at any time since the pandemic. Woohoo!
Yay.
In fact, the company opened more than one new hotel a day from July through September. And Hilton is now releasing a new report on trends in travel. And to share its findings, we are joined by the Hilton Worldwide President and CEO, Christopher Nassetta. Christopher, thank you very much for being here.
Great to be here.
Chris, congratulations on the return to normalcy.
Thank you.
We're all rooting for it.
It was a tough road there for
bet.
It was a very tough road.
Not many businesses are built to go to zero revenue. And we pretty much went to zero revenue in 2020. But very good to see that people are out traveling for a whole bunch of great reasons.
So what are those reasons? What are the trends you're seeing?
Well, in the leisure space, they're out trying to, enjoy themselves and have experiences which they were denied for 2 or 3 years uniquely because they were locked in their basements and their attics. I think now it's a lot about rest and recharge because they've been running around getting back to work. A lot of people are traveling for business. We're almost back to normal levels, which I know is shocking to people.
What does normal levels mean? 100% occupancy? What does that mean?
No, normal levels would be in the 70s, from an industry point of view. But people are out traveling for business again because they had so many needs that they didn't satisfy during the pandemic. And now think about the workforce. There's so much more mobility.
Yeah.
So mobility is good for our business. People are moving around. They don't have to be in the office as much, more than they were during the pandemic, but they have a lot more mobility, a lot more flexibility. People are moving around to different offices. People are having, leisure travel, longer weekends, because Fridays are different, in a post-pandemic world. And then meetings and events, you think about it, like there's a lot of reasons people have to meet for innovation, culture building, associations that, all around the world. And so the demand for meetings and events is off the hook.
So there are a whole bunch of reasons why people travel, but if they happen to travel to a hotel in a sunny place, they'll get the bill, and there's a decent chance there's something on there called a resort fee.
I hate that fee.
Whether they went in the pool or not.
I just had that the other day. I hate
Tony
that
asked
fee.
the question.
What the hell is a
hate that
resort fee?
Yes.
A resort fee, at least in Hilton World, you would not find very often. I think we have 7,400 hotels in the world. I think it's probably in 2 or 3% of our hotels. And when you have a resort fee, there is a value proposition. Now, this is a decision. We don't own the hotels. We operate or we license hotels. It's a decision made by our owners. But we require a number of things. One, that there's a value. So it isn't just for jumping in the pool. There are things that you will get, food and beverage credits, other amenities on property that you would otherwise pay for that you would get for it.
Well,
and it's fully disclosed. One of the big issue, I think, on resort fees, honestly, and I've been trying to lead this effort, is just having full transparency, so that when you buy when you buy a room as a customer, that I would say like A plus B equals C, meaning here's your rate, here are other charges, and here's what your fully loaded rate is. And that's been the problem in the industry. But the good news is we are helping lead the charge to make sure that while it's not in many of our hotels, you have full transparency.
You may have transparency. I see it on my bill, but I don't have flexibility. I can't say, look, I'm here for business. I'm not using the water slide. Can I take it off?
But you do. Meaning when you book it, you can decide not to book it.
Gotcha.
Right? You can decide I'd rather stay somewhere else.
You're basically saying you can stay at another
But it's not.
place.
No,
you don't have to stay at
the time to
no,
negotiate it is not at checkout.
Right. It's just think of it as part of the rate. I think that the problem in the industry, honestly, and this is why we're trying to lead the industry broadly and every distribution channel to have, full disclosure, is that people buy the room and they didn't know it was part of the price.
Of course.
So you could build it all into the price, you would know, or you could break it in pieces. As long as the customer knows when they buy it, I have options, and this is how I buy it.
Yeah. And
now, again, we have it back to the basics. We have it very, very few hotels.
Yeah.
But I understand the frustration.
Of course. It's one of the things that the Biden administration is focusing on.
And we've been working with the Biden administration to lead the effort for full
I want to ask you
transparency.
about.
We've had great dialogue, and we agree with the administration. There's legislation in Congress, led by Amy Klobuchar and others, to get to full transparency. And we're fully advocating.
How is the young generation traveling differently? I know you're a father of six
daughters. Six
right?
daughters. One that just got engaged.
How about that? Congratulations.
Finally.
Can you find a venue at a Hilton hotel?
Oh, my gosh. Well, the irony in all of that, not that we're here to talk about that, is like I have more access to wedding venues than probably most human beings on earth. And, of course, they want to do destination weddings. They don't want to do them.
Well, that makes sense.
I hate to admit to my team that my daughters don't want to do weddings in hotels.
But I'm pretty sure you know how young people travel. You see it all the time. What are some of the trends that you see with the younger generation? How will that impact the travel industry?
I think that the younger generation wants the things that you would think. They're traveling for a mix of reasons. So they travel. They're leading the charge in leisure travel. So they'll do business trips that convert into leisure trips, at the end of a week.
A more tailored experience.
They obviously want, everybody wants, but I think younger travelers want everything controlled from the palm of their hand. So we're making huge investments, and I think leading the industry in what we call the phygital space, connecting the physical experience and the digital experience in ways that I think will make young
customers... With the help of AI?
With the help of AI. I think the trick on AI is obviously going to revolutionize the world in a lot of ways. Think about like the beginning of the internet and like the app store, when it started, what's going to happen ultimately is not only does AI allow you to understand what customers want, but it's going to now allow you to execute using a lot more information to basically be able to customize at massive scale.
It's all about what the customers want.
And the winners are going to be, and
I have to do what the producers want right now. They want to go to commercial break.
You're saying we're in trouble. You're the
Chris,
first CEO
thank you so much. We appreciate you joining us.
Great being here.
Chris, I want more tubs in hotels.
There you go.
All right.
That's what she wants.